Hello friends, in this video lecture I am going to explain two groups of instructions of Intel's 8086-8088 processor. The first group is logical instructions and the second group is data rotate and shift type of instructions. So let us start here logical instructions. Now basically logical instructions, they process either 8-bit or 16 bits of data. That data or operand that can be taken from any general purpose register GPR or can be taken from memory location, or sometimes immediate data can be also specified. It means that either register addressing mode, direct or indirect addressing mode, or immediate addressing mode can be used for reference of the data which we want to process by using logical instructions. Then the result generated is not always stored in the accumulator. Result storage is not restricted to accumulator, but whatever register available in the place of destination, the result can be stored. Now let us see some logical instructions here. The simplest possible logical instruction is the NOT instruction, where the ones complement of either 8 bits of register or 16 bits of register can be performed. The first example, not BL, is basically one's complement of the contents of that register BL will be formed and the result will be copied to BL itself. Now basically one's complement means every bit of that register BL will be inverted and that result will be copied. Next instruction is the extension of that earlier one, not BX. Here that 16-bit data of that BX register will be once complemented and that result is copied to BX register. Then the next set of instructions which are given here, those are logical AND instructions. And the first instruction, that is AND CX, DX, where both the operands are taken from general purpose register. One is taken from CX register and the second is taken from DX register. A bit by bit AND operation is performed between these two register contents and the result will be copied to CX register because CX register is in the place of destination. Okay, it clearly means that the result of logical instruction need not be always copied to the accumulator. It is copied to that place which is specified in the destination. Okay, in the first example of AND, register CX is in place of destination. Here that AND operation of CX and DX will be stored. Then the second AND instruction, AND BX, 1000. One operand is in register BX and second operand is 1000, the immediate data. So bit by bit operation of register BX with this 1000 immediate data will be performed and then the result will be copied to BX register which is shown in the place of destination. Then the third AND instruction which is stated here is AND BL, inside square bracket 1000. So this uses the direct addressing. One of the operand is contents of BL, one 8-bit of data, and the second operand will be taken from the data segment whose direct offset address is 1000 here, and then that bit by bit AND operation is performed and then the result will be copied to BL register which is specified here in the place of destination. Okay, it is not necessary that in the place of destination there should be always a register. There can be a memory location, either a direct memory location like that of this third instruction, or it can be even the indirect memory address which can be specified either by base register or index register. Okay, those examples are not taken here, but those are very simple to understand. Already we have seen some of the example in some other instruction groups earlier. Then the next part, one note has been written here, test instruction, which is very much similar to AND instruction. The only thing is that in case of test, the result of that test instruction that is not stored. In case of AND instruction, once the ANDing is performed between two operands here, result will be copied to the destination. But in case of test, it performs the AND operation, but the result is not copied to that destination place here. Okay, and then towards the end of the slide, other logical operation that includes OR operation and XOR operation, and that will take the examples which are very much identical to that of AND instruction, which are explained just above. Okay, the only thing is that in case of OR operation, it is a bit by bit OR operation and the result is copied to the destination. In case of XOR, it is a bit by bit XOR operation. Okay, that's why to avoid the repetition of that explanation here, these instructions like OR and XOR are not explained here by taking similar examples of AND. Now on this particular slide, here I am going to explain that concept of data shift operation and data rotate operation. So let us see here. The difference is clearly stated here. Shifted bits fall off the edge of the register, whereas the rotated bits wrap around. It is very simple to understand. Whenever we perform a data shifting operation here, obviously data will be shifted towards left or towards right. Okay, it means that if it is a shifting towards left, the bit which is coming out of MSB is generally copied to carry flag and thereafter it will be lost. Okay, that's why it is written here shifted bits fall off the end of the register. That same thing is applicable in case of shift right operation as well. That bit which is coming out of LSB will be copied to carry flag and thereafter it will get vanished in the subsequent shift. Whereas in case of rotated bits here, those are wrap around. Wrap around means those rotated bits are recycled. Okay, it means that the bits which are coming out of one end of a register, that will be somehow placed in the other end, because there is obvious vacancy, and within that vacancy that bit which is coming out from one end, that will be placed. That's why rotated bits will be called as the wraparound bits. Those are recycled bits. Those are copied to the other end of that register. Again, the next concept which has been stated here, which is equally applicable, that the data taken for the shift operation or rotate operation, it can be either in 8-bit register or 16-bit register. And then the shift or rotate operation can be performed just by one bit, one position, or it can be by multiple bits, by multiple bit positions. Whenever I want to perform that shift or rotate operation by multiple bit, in that case, register CL should hold that particular count. And once we hold that particular count within that CL register by those many bit positions that count specifies, the data, given data will be shifted or given data will be rotated. Okay, it means that whenever we use that counter CL register within that shift instruction or rotate instruction, then it becomes more powerful, because the multiple bit shift or multiple bit rotate operation that can be performed just in a single instruction which otherwise in previous processor like 8085 there were multiple instructions required. Then the next concept which I want to explain is about arithmetic shift operation. Here in case of arithmetic shift, that given data either of 8-bit or 16-bit is shifted with consideration of the sign bit. So whatever data 8 or 16 bits, its MSB bit is always the sign bit, and as far as possible that sign bit is maintained. As far as possible the sign bit is maintained, copied, and then the shift operation is performed. But not always. I will explain this particular concept in more detail whenever we go for the templates in this discussion itself. And there are two types of arithmetic shift operations here. One is shift arithmetic left, SAL, and second is a shift arithmetic right, SAR. Okay, templates to be followed after this. Then the other type of shift operation which appears on your screen is a logical shift. In case of logical shift, here data is just shifted without consideration of the sign bit. Sign may not be maintained in case of logical shift operation here. And they include two logical shift operation here, shift left, SHL, and SHR, that is shift right. Okay, let us see the details. Details means the templates of data shift operation. I want to explain it here. Okay, there are four types of shift operation, two coming under arithmetic shift and the remaining two under logical shift. The templates which I want to show it here. The first template which is applicable to shift left, that is for both arithmetic and logical shift, that same template is applicable. So in order to avoid the repetition, I have collected both the instructions together and only the template is shown on the right side. You can observe that data is either 8-bit or 16-bit. The direction of data shift is clearly shown there by arrow. And the bits once shifted towards left here, either arithmetically or logically, whatever vacancies which are created on extreme right LSB position, those will be filled by subsequent zeros. And whatever bits which are coming out of left, that MSB bit, that is bit number 7 or bit number 15, okay, those MSB bits will be gradually copied, successively copied to carry flag here. Okay, and the latest bit which is coming out of that MSB will be maintained within that carry, and all previous bits will get vanished. They will fall off. It means that as far as a shift left operation is concerned, there is no difference between arithmetic and logical shift. You can observe it here. Then the second template is about shift right, that is a logical shift right, SHR. You can easily observe that this particular operation is exactly opposite to that of previous template operation which has been shown above. Here that 8 or 16 bits of data will be shifted towards right. The direction of arrow clearly indicates. The bits which are coming out of that LSB, that is bit number 0, will be successively copied into carry flag. If it is a multiple shift right, logical, in that case, the last bit which is coming out of that LSB will be only maintained within that carry flag and all the previous bits will get vanished. But whenever bits are shifted towards right like this, there will be vacancies getting created at MSB position. Those will be successively filled by zeros. So this is about that shift right operation here. Now the most important template of data shift is here. It is shown at the bottom. It is shift arithmetic right. Now this particular template is extremely important Because in case of the shift arithmetic, right, that sign bit is maintained. You can observe this particular template very carefully. That sign bit is specifically shown here. Whenever shift arithmetic right operation to be performed, that sign bit is simply copied within its same position. And including sign bit, all the bits. Including sign bit, all the bits are shifted towards right. And the bit which is coming out of LSB will be copied into carry flag. It clearly means that sign is copied within itself, so that sign is maintained even after that shift arithmetic right operation here. Okay, whatever sign, it will be simply copied, and then every bit including that MSB bit, that sign bit, shifted towards right. And the successive bits which are coming out of LSB will be copied to carry flag. Obviously, if it is a multiple bit shift arithmetic right, in that case the last bit, the latest bit which is coming out of LSB will be only maintained within that carry flag. So these are all the templates of data shift operations here. The most critical operation is shift arithmetic right. And this particular operation I want to explain now with some examples, with some data examples which I am going to elaborate here. Already I stated, I have repeatedly written here. It performs shift right operation and also maintains sign. No need to explain again. Now here is one example where my data is of 4 bit and that data is clearly written on the right side 1010. Obviously that sign bit will be extreme left bit, which is shown by red color 1. Whenever we perform SAR operation here, the direction of data transfer or direction of shifting, that is clearly shown by this arrow here. And then after SAR, what is that result that will subsequently appear? You can observe here after SAR. That sign bit, earlier sign bit of that data will be maintained as it is copied here, 1 as it is, which is again shown in red color itself. Then all the bits will be shifted towards right. And the LSB bit will be outgoing bit. It means that in a very simplified language, copy that MSB bit as it is, and subsequent to that MSB bit here, all the input data bits will be subsequently written on the right side, and then remove that LSB bit here. Because here in this example, sign bit is copied, my data is 4 bit. If those 4 bits of data will be subsequently placed, written on the right side of that sign, then my result will become 5 bit. But anyway, my data is 4 bit, so 4 bits of result is required here. So outgoing bit will be that LSB, the 5th bit, which is 0. So that way after SAR I am getting that result which is 1101. You can observe it here. Deliberately 4 bits of data is taken here because in case of 8086 we don't have any register of 4 bit. So for understanding purpose, that different sized data is taken here. My next example is for 6 bits of data. 101101. Again that sign bit is equal to 1. Again the direction of data transfer which is shown here. Again after SAR, what is the result? Sign is copied, red color. Then that given data will be simply written on the right side and strike off that LSB bit. So outgoing bit is equal to 1. One more example where my sign bit is equal to 0. Direction of data transfer shown here. And after SAR, what is the result? Sign bit is copied, 0 copied as it is. Then that given 6 bits of data will be simply written, but it will become 7 bit. So strike off that LSB bit. It is outgoing bit 0. So this is the result after SAR. Okay, these examples are for your understanding purpose only. Now next, within that same instruction set here, within this same lecture, I want to explain that data rotate operation as well. So here are the templates of data rotate operation. Now before I show those templates of data rotate operation, there are 4 rotate operations, out of which rotate left, there are 2 operations, rotate left and rotate left through carry. Similarly, rotate right will be having 2 operations, rotate right and rotate right through carry. It means that rotate operations are without carry and with carry. Both rotate left and rotate right. So these templates now I want to explain one by one. The first template is ROL, that is rotate left without carry. You are not supposed to be confused. What I mean by without carry here? In this particular template, you will clearly find that data rotate operation takes place. There is a cyclic path, you can observe it. From MSB bit, the data bit which is coming out, that will be copied to LSB. You can observe it clearly. In case of rotate left operation, data will be rotated towards left through that register. The bit which is coming out of MSB will be copied to LSB here. And successively, every successive bit will be copied to LSB and my data rotation continues. In case of multiple bit rotate operations. But in each of that operation here, within that closed circular path of rotation, there is no carry bit. Okay, carry is no doubt affected, but it is aside. You can observe it. The bit which is coming out of MSB will be copied to carry flag and also that same bit will be copied to LSB. So carry flag, no doubt it is affected, but it is not in the closed circular path. That's why it is called as the rotate left without carry, ROL. Next, what is RCL? That is rotate left through carry. What happens here? The data of 8-bit or 16-bit will be rotated towards left. The bit which is coming out of MSB will be placed into carry flag and the contents of carry flag will be copied into LSB vacancy. LSB vacancy within that register. It means that in case of RCL, that data rotate operation towards left will be performed and the bits which are successively coming out of MSB will be copied to carry flag and the contents of carry flag will be copied to LSB. It means that carry is placed in the closed circular path. That's why it is called as a rotate left through carry. Within the instruction format here, that C stands for through carry. Rotate left through carry. Then the next template here is ROR. Now this ROR, it stands for rotate right. It is just like the earlier, the first template there. Only thing is that the rotation, the direction of rotation is opposite, rotate right. Now what happens here? 8 bits of data from a register or 16 bits of data from 16-bit register will be rotated towards right. The bits which are coming out of LSB will be successively copied to carry flag and same copy will be placed into MSB vacancies here. Again that carry affected, but it is not in the closed circular path. That's why it is without carry rotate operation, ROR. Then the next is RCR, that is rotate right through carry. This particular template is similar to second template which is shown above. The only thing is that here the direction of rotation is opposite, rotate right. So the contents of 8-bit or 16 bits of register will be rotated towards right as shown in the last template within that register. The bit which is coming out of LSB will be placed into carry flag and the contents of carry will be placed into MSB. So this is rotate right through carry here. Okay, here that carry flag is placed in the closed circular path of rotation. That's why it is through carry. Okay, one need to understand those templates, then and then only we can write down the result of that particular rotation here in case if that question is asked. Now the next is about rotate instruction of Intel's 8086 8088 processor. The templates are already explained in my previous slide. Now here just few instructions which I want to outline. So here it rotates 8 or 16 bits of data from any register that has been observed even within that template earlier. And data rotation can be performed by just one bit or by multiple bits. Whenever data rotation is by multiple bit, in that case, that count must be specified within that counter register, and that counter register is register CL. Okay, some examples are written here. Rotate through carry, some examples are written. Rotate right through carry is the first example. RCR BL, 1. Whenever that data rotation is by just one bit here, that count can be directly specified within that instruction here. You can observe it contains of BL, that is 8 bits of data which I want to perform a rotate right through carry. Just by one position here, that's why count is subsequently written within that instruction. Instruction number 1 which is shown now. In the second instruction here, RCL, that is rotate left through carry. The contents of BX register, it means 16-bit data. Comma CL, it means that 16-bit data of register BX is to be rotated towards left through carry by the count which has been defined within that CL register. Similarly, some more examples, those are without carry, which are written here, which are expressed here. Again, rotate right ROR AX, 01. 16-bit data of register AX will be rotated towards right without carry just by 1 bit position. And the second example here, rotate left BL, CL, 8-bit data of that BL register will be rotated towards left without carry by a number of bit position. The count is specified within CL register. So this is all about that data rotate operations here.